What's up, you guys? Lysandra Everett here, the Home Biz Tax Lady, where I help home business owners win the tax game. I also teach you how to use this internet to build a profitable business online. And today I want to talk about attraction marketing. Okay, so just in case I never know who's going to watch this video. So if you're an advanced attraction marketer, then bear with me for a moment. But for those that are new, just understanding what attraction marketing is. It is really presenting yourself in a way that attracts customers to you versus you chasing them. Okay. So, but then the question becomes, hey, I am doing this attraction marketing thing, but it's really not working, right? So I want to share with you 5 tips that really can, to boost your attraction marketing efforts. All right. Number 1 is authenticity, really being yourself. Now, I will tell you, when I first got started online, I had a difficult time because I was told, well, you got to be this way. You got to talk about this. You got to present it this way. And it was very difficult for me because it really was not who I was internally. So I struggled. Really be authentic, be yourself, because here's the thing about attraction marketing. Just like there is attraction, you're going to repel some people, and that's okay. I think that's the part that people miss with attraction marketing, is that you're going to attract the right people and going to repel the wrong people. And that's really what you want to do. You want to attract the people who want what you have and who you can really serve. Okay. So in doing that, you've got to really be yourself. Your personality is going to come through, and those who gel with your personality are going to hang around, and those who don't, leave. You don't worry about the ones who leave. You take care of the ones who stay. Okay. So that's authenticity. Number 2, confidence. Be confident in what you're sharing. And Dan Kennedy said the best way to get confidence is to know what you're doing, right? So when you're trying to teach something new, make sure you've tried it first. Don't go, I see people say, okay, well, I watched this video on, list building. So now I'm going to go make a video on list building, but you really have not implemented the step itself. You really have to implement the step, learn how to do it, and then you can share, because then that confidence is going to come through because you actually know what you're talking about. You've tried it out. You've got the bumps and bruises. You can tell people pitfalls to avoid. So if you're lacking confidence, you need to ask yourself, are you competent, right? Are you really versed in what you're talking about and sharing with your audience? And if you're not, then go get some practice before you go sharing the content with your audience. Okay. So that's number 2. Number 3, be generous. Now, what do I mean by generous? Do I mean that you never charge? Absolutely not. But just like, I sit here and make these videos, that's because I want to share my knowledge with you. And so that's where you have to be with attraction marketing, because the only way you're going to attract people to you is if they see you. And the only way they see you is if you're sharing content, right? So be generous with your content. Share, things that are going to be valuable to your audience. And it's not all just one type of thing. I'm a tax professional, so I have my tax channel and I share, tax knowledge. I answer questions, but there are still things that people just have to pay for, right? But it's in being generous with that knowledge that people find you. You're giving them solutions to their problems, and then they're going to be more attracted to you and be more willing to buy from you. Okay. Be humble. Number 4 is be humble. Woo. Okay. So people and posturing. Can I tell you, posturing drives me absolutely bananas. And let me explain why. Because if you have an artificial posture, it comes off as complete arrogance. Okay. And that is such a turnoff. And let me tell you where I see this. I especially see this with men who are dealing with women prospects who have just totally missed the boat. And this has been my experience. So I don't know if someone else may have a different experience, but what happens is that the men come across very aggressive, and women are just not trying to hear that. Like, you then come across as a bully that needs to be avoided instead of someone that's really trying to help. So, and it's all in your posture, right? If you're sitting up here trying to establish your dominance, for men, and you're dealing with, a woman, she might look at you like, I really don't care who you are, what you have, we don't relate. Okay. So, so don't let your success really trump being number 5, which is relatable. Okay. Being humble and being relatable. Like, you know, you do have to share your accomplishments, because that is part of the attractor factor, right? Sharing your successes. But if you share in a way that demeans others, then that becomes a turnoff. And so that's where humility comes in. But along with that, you have to be relatable. People have to feel like you can relate to them and where they're coming from. So you have to, you know, put yourself in their shoes and ask the questions they're asking, and know what's keeping them up at night and what they're afraid of, what their fears are. And then you have to go and provide the solution. So, you know, that's that relatability part where, you know, you get so, you know, I think sometimes, you know, I've experienced where people get so in that 6 and 7 figure range, and then they lose the ability to relate to people who are just getting started out. If you lose that relatability factor, you're just not going to attract anybody. You're really going to start to repel people. And you know what? That might be what you want to do. If you want to repel people who are just getting started out, that's cool, because you know what? That's what attraction marketing is about. It's about attracting the right people, repelling the wrong people. But it's in that ability to relate to your audience that's going to help build the attractor factor for you. And if you lose the ability to relate, then guess what? They're not going to be buying from you, because they're not going to, you know, really know you, and they're definitely not going to like you. Okay, that's just the truth. So, you know, so when it comes down to your attraction marketing, really just be yourself. You know, don't worry about if you stumble over your words, if your hair isn't exactly perfect, you know, all of those things. Just really be genuine and relatable, because then you know, people feel like you're really real. You know, if you sit up here and you got product in your hair all the time and your makeup is done to the nines and all that stuff, people are like, you know, I can't do that. That's not my life, right? So, you know, just being authentic in your personality, and, you know, it's going to come through. You're going to attract the right people and repel the wrong people. Okay. And the thing about it is you can't worry about the people you repel. And I think that is a failure for us as too. That's a bonus. And I'm just going to, that's a total bonus there, is that you need to stop worrying about the people you repel. You need to stop worrying about the haters. You need to stop giving attention to those people, because when you give them attention, it magnifies. You need to focus on the people that love you, honor those people, honor that following, and take care of them. Focus on them, magnify them. As haters, the wrong people, not in your target market, you know, bye, Felicia. You ain't got time. Okay. So I really hope these 5 tips helps you out in, you know, in really attracting the people that you want to attract. Okay. So if you got some value from this, make sure you leave a comment. Certainly do appreciate it, and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Have a great day. Bye.